Hello, I'm Robert Scott of freedomtruthseekers.com. It's a radio internet station that's getting more and more popular, and word is spreading even without advertising. We're having, word of mouth around the world because we speak out unique truths that most Christians have not heard, yet they're in the Bible. And we talk about things that most people don't talk about. I have here with me Pastor Scott Bishop. Scott, you're getting close to 19, right? You're 18 right now, and he's been a youth pastor for a couple of years now. He's not only a youth, but also a pastor. And God has given him special revelation about what we call the blanket of hopelessness. We know we've got a lot of hopeless youth out there that will be listening and watching this video, and we hope will tune in to freedomtruthseekers.com, all one word, freedomtruthseekers.com, because it's a powerful broadcast. Actually, it's a new broadcast that we've just started shortly ago. It's called Youth Alive. And this is one of these alive youth here, and he's an alive youth pastor. And of course, his sister Elise and himself, and our apostle Gerald Bazinski, who has been given special revelation because of the discernment God has given him to give answers to really impossible questions. These questions that are coming from youth, we've never seen youth attacked like we've seen them before. This is getting, it's getting so bad. We know we're in the last days, aren't we, Scott?
Yeah, for sure.
You can tell it by the prophecies that are being fulfilled. And youth are scared. They're scared of the future. And in fact, they've been covered with what we call a blanket of hopelessness. Now, we're not talking about a physical blanket here, are we, Scott?
No, but it's used as, in spiritual terms.
Yes.
To represent what a blanket would do.
So it covers you and it kind of like smothers you from hearing words of hope?
Yeah, and it puts a weight on you. It weighs you down.
Weighs you down.
The more you have.
The more you have. Because you got several, you can have a bunch
layers
of blankets.
Layers
of blankets.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want that kind of blanket, do we? And we know that youth are covered with that blanket of hopelessness. There is a solution, isn't there, Scott, to this release from this blanket of hopelessness?
Yes.
And that's what you've been talking about in your sermons on the blanket of hopelessness, which, by the way, are available on freedomtruthseekers.com. It clicks over to our church site, but tune in to freedomtruthseekers.com. We broadcast 24/7. We have series of themes that are very important. We have all kinds of interesting themes that we go for about 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks, Scott, we have this program, right? On Saturday night, it's 7:30, Youth Alive.
Yeah.
And you have yourself, your sister Elise, and Gerald, our apostle, with you there in the studio. And so we think that this will be really interesting for our youth. We've got already a bunch of youth on Facebook that are connected, right? And we know there'll be many more that will maybe Twitter this all over the world. And we'll be able to have people, youth, that are tuning in to find the answers. Now, Scott, you talked about in your sermon these the parents. Parents can say things that are really mean. They want to love us, but sometimes they don't love us perfectly, like our Father loves us. But what kind of things do parents do or say that can put on this blanket of hopelessness?
Well, for instance, when I see my parents, certain things in their life that have gone on,
yes,
just the fact that they haven't gone to where they want to be,
right,
that adds hopelessness to me.
Yes.
So from my perspective, when I see my parents or my friends being affected by hopelessness, it allows it to bring it on me.
So you're saying that you don't have perfect parents yet?
Not yet.
And I'm sure that the youth out there can say that you don't have perfect parents, and some of you don't have any parents at all. Like you've been abandoned, and sometimes the father's not there, and it's just the mother. And sometimes these youth actually call in these questions to us, and Gerald gets them on the phone, and they really feel like they're hopeless. They're just calling out these impossible questions, and thank God He's given us some impossible answers, because all things are possible with God. So the parents can weigh us down then by these words. They can say things like, I'm going to drop you off here, and I'm going to go there, here, and they kind of make us invisible, like they don't want to hear us. They don't want to hear our hopes, our dreams, that kind of thing.
Do anything to make those come true.
Exactly. They don't want to do something to actually show they love us. Mm-hmm. And so that's a challenge.
They don't want to put the effort in.
They don't want to put the effort in,
necessarily.
Exactly.
They have lots going on, and there's lots of financial needs now more than ever.
Yes, yes.
So,
and that financial lack can be a problem for youth.
Well, definitely, now that we have both parents working,
yes,
instead of just one, and more hours involved. And
yes, and you don't see the parents as
much. And
much.
then it causes the siblings to have to take care of the siblings.
Exactly. And there is a solution to these problems. So Youth Alive gives the solutions, gives answers to virtually impossible questions. And we also have a book available called Peace or Rejection, You Choose. Peace or Rejection. You'll find this on the bookstore tab at freedomtruthseekers.com.